Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode, Prince Ernie became King Ernie. And let's check out how his reign goes. So, yeah, we can check out all this stuff. He has no items, he can't cast any spells, he's wearing the royal robes, and the status is he was once great long ago. Let's talk with all our subjects. Oh, you're wonderful, Prince Ernie. Why don't you come and live with your princess forever? All hail the new king. So yeah, all our companions are unfortunately gone. The king likes the life of all his subjects. Let's see what all the subjects have to say to us. Your Highness, I have heard that a wizard's wand can fire fireballs at enemies. Besides, it can be used any number of times. Yeah, but we're just gonna stick with that poison needle. So let's go visit this guy up here in jail. See what he has to say to the king. Ooh, there we go. You let Kandar free? You're too lax, Your Highness. Well, we'll get him again later. So let's go talk with not the old king, but I guess the former king. The king's father. There's a magic key door. We're going to be going after that in a little bit. Oh, it's you, Prince Ernie. You've come up in the world, I see. Yep. But sadly, we can't stay here. Because, remember, our quest is to defeat the Archfiend Baroness. We can't do that if we're the king. He crowned you? What a joke. He's still up to his old tricks. Alright. And we'll see that we're not allowed to go adventuring, because if we do try to leave this castle town, the guards will stop us and be like, no, the king's not supposed to go out and adventure, so. Speaking of guards, let's talk with this guy down here. All hail the new king. It'll be a short reign, though. Because, like I said, we have to get back to saving the world. Let's go to the clinic here. No, there was a lady down here. The clinic still offers services, but can't really take advantage of them because we don't have any status ailments. So no dialogue change with him. Your Highness, I beseech thee, please rescue the village of Nanels in the far north. What? You say the curse has already been lifted? Yep, we sequence breaked a little bit. All hail the new king. Wow, look, the king! It's the new king! Your Highness, hasn't the brave hero from Elan come yet? That's odd. Well, that's us, but now we're king. Your Highness, spare us to venture out of the castle. Yeah, so yeah, we can't do adventuring. And remember, when I use the spell list, it says the king can't use any spells. Do you know the Cloak of Evasions? I heard it's for sale at Nanels. Yeah, we got 2 of them. So yeah, the game, they thought of everything. They won't let you use spells, so you can't cast the return spell to go to another village. And they won't let you use any items, so if you had like a wing of the wyvern, you couldn't teleport out of that with the wing. Yeah, going for a walk, can't spend a day at the inn. They didn't think of stuff like that in Phantasy Star 3. There's a way you can soft lock the game at the beginning, because the king throws you in jail at the beginning. And then someone kind of like frees you. The king is heading in the direction of the fighting room, and I last saw him. But if you sell all your starting equipment, you can buy a warp pipe to escape the jail. And then the king's like, hey, like that was really clever of you to do that. Unfortunately, like you've soft locked the game, you have to reset it. So I guess in a sense they did think of that because they put that little soft lock thing in, and the king says, that was wise of you, but they didn't think to prevent you from being able to do that in the first place. Apparently these people don't want to say that they're gambling in front of the king. But obviously the king knows about it because there's the old king right there. Oh, it is I, the former king. The common people never had it so good. I never knew gambling was so much fun. I know that's to do a fine job on this line. Carry on. And if we say yes, we're going to do a fine job, then he just says carry on. But we don't want to carry on. So we're going to just see a little bit more dialogue here. And he gives us 2 times, we're like, we don't want to be king. And if we say that we're not tired of it, he's like, oh, that's a relief. Keep doing it. But eventually we're just going to have to say that, yeah, we're tired of ruling, and he's going to take back the crown. Now, this is not permanent, in a sense, because every time now that we savor him, he's going to give us the option. He's like, hey, do you want to be king again? And he could be king again, but there's like no real point to doing it. So once we get the king to, you know, take the throne again, he saves our game again for us, and we get all our companions back. So he'll once again start saving the game for us. And, hey, what do you say? Do you want to take my place again? If we say yes, then we become the king again, and we just go through that little scenario again. And every time you just have to go re-talk with him and say you don't want to be king, and things will switch back, so... Alrighty. So, we're pretty much done in this town. The only thing we have, well, there's two things we want to do. We want to come back here with the magic key to open that door. But in the meantime, the only other thing we want to do here is we're going to just talk with the people at night. So what I'm going to do is just going to step outside here, wander around until it's nighttime, and then head back in now that it's nighttime. We'll get some different dialogue. Welcome to the castle town of Romaly. See what changed around here. That guard is no longer down that corner. That lady who's in the clinic, and that boy, they're now in the inn. Mama, if the Archfiend shows up, I'll protect you, Mama. Quiet, my son will wake up. I guess there's the guard who was down to the south there. Now he's at the inn. Let's see what he has to say. Archfiend, just an old wives' tale. Well, unfortunately, it's not an old wives' tale, and that's why we have to continue our adventuring. Do you hail from the Ally by any chance? We've been expecting you. And, merchants are all closed. The one merchant was telling us that we need lower taxes as the king, so... Fighting ring, still open. So, we could gamble a little bit, but, we have no need to really gamble. So, money's still going to be a little bit tight. We've got some new equipment that we're going to buy later on in the upcoming towns. But, we'll get that just from leveling. So, this guy has, for some reason, this prisoner, he, even though he knows that we let Kandar go because we were the king, he said, like, oh, you let Kandar go. If we come talk with him, he's like, I wonder if Kandar's still out. So, yeah, the dialogue is switched here. Kandar's supposed to be living in the Tower of Champagne and gathering concerts. I wonder if he's still there. Well, you know he's not there because you saw when we were king, you said, hey, you let Kandar go? So... But speaking of kings, we won't be able to see the actual king because we'll notice the guards are blocking the way. We could go up and see his dad, though, up here. But he's sleeping, so he's not going to really tell us anything. So, just wanted to see all these people. Yep, he's sleeping. One of the improvements in Dragon Quest IV and other future Dragon Quests is you can stay at the inn in the daytime and turn it into nighttime. It's like you want to rest the evening, you want to rest till evening, and that way, in this game, unfortunately, like you can't do that. Whenever you use the return spell, it automatically starts off at daytime. So if you want it to become night, the only way to do it is kind of wander around the overworld. Stay overnight at the inn. The king has certainly turned in for the night. So, you also get a spell later on, like day-night spell, that can change day into night, but for now we just have to kind of wander around the overworld to get days to change into night. And day and night is really going to be important in this next town that we're going to, because it really changes a lot between the day and the night. So, cross this bridge, and like in Dragon Quest I, when we cross the bridge, we can run into new enemy domains. So I run into a bunch of rogue knights and healers here. But this new enemy that we have here, a wild ape. They have pretty high hit points, pretty high attack, and they can summon reinforcements. They'll call other wild apes. So if we defeat one, they might call another one in. So you can only have 3 though on a time in a screen. Different sprites have different widths. So these guys are like thick, so you can only fit 3 on a screen. Like healers, you might be able to get like 7 or 8, you know, small enemies like slime and healers. So yeah, they will never try to call another wild ape for backup if there's already 3 on the screen. Let's see, we defeated 1, so the one decided to call another one. Sometimes now one of Indy's new tricks at level 16 is she will attempt to flee the battle, but it never works. So it's just if you normally try to flee in battle and it doesn't work, you get that thing all paths are blocked. Remember, it's a 50% chance to run away your first turn, second turn 50% chance, and then it increases as it keeps going up. For the third turn it's 75%, and then I don't know what it is after that, but yeah, unless of course you're in a battle that you can't flee from, and that would be like, you know, boss monsters. But there's not a lot of boss monsters in this game. We have in total we have 10 more bosses that we have to fight, and 4 of them are right at the end of the game. It's like a boss rush. One of the bosses we fight twice, back to back, so that's 2 right there. And then we have to fight Kandar again, so a lot of strange things happen here at night. Mumble, mumble. Different stores are open, different things for entertainment are open. So, and some of the stores are only open at night. But there's one store that we really want to get to that sells the battle axe, which is going to be the upgraded weapon for Sadie, Indy, and Prince Ernie. Is only available at night. You see, you can use a poison moth powder to confuse an enemy. You can use that against those metal slimes. Good evening, young lady. The stars are beautiful tonight. Welcome to our theater. Shh, I want to watch this. Yay, Vivian, hubba hubba. I just love belly dancing. I knew you could pick it up quickly. In the morning, in the daytime, I mean, these people are practicing. And there's Vivian, the star of the show. There's a Vivian, I think, in Dragon Quest IV, one of the fights in the Princess Alina chapter. You end up going to this Colosseum and fighting, so. Eventually there's a hidden passageway over there. You can talk to this guy. There's like a fortune teller here, but we can't see them right now. This is another town we're going to have to come back to later on when we have the magic key. See a magic key door up there. So, see, there's a few shops that are closed right now. This shop is open. And I said this is the one where we want to buy the battle axes. So we'll be selling, you know, the iron spear and the 2 broadswords. But we're gonna have to we'll be able to sell them in the morning, because there's no tool shops open right now during the night. So we're gonna have to wait until morning to sell that old equipment, and then come back at night again to buy the other axes. So, because the tool shop up there, you see, it's closed. Nobody's there. There's quite a few shops here. We'll see in the morning or in the daytime that they don't offer, like, the prices are weird. All of them basically are rip-offs. They won't tell you their prices, and they charge you too much. So, a country named Isis lies in the desert to the west. So we have the tool shops. If you go south of the desert and walk along the mountains, you'll come to a shrine and swamp. I think the old man there knows about the magic key. Okay, we're gonna have to go there. There's another weapon shop, but we don't need any of this stuff. The revealing swimsuit is like the biggest ripoff. It's 78,000 gold. It changes your character to like a bikini sprite, but it only has 1 defense. So it's like totally worthless. There's another magic bikini that you can get from an enemy drop. And that actually has some pretty good defense. It's good for females, because it has really high defensive power. And any class, as long as your gender is female, can use it. So yeah, there's a little bit of things here that are female only. So So here's this shop. We're gonna talk with this guy here. Oh, friends, I've been waiting for you. Would you like to see my wares? And he sells stuff that's like, he'll start off really, really expensive, and then he keeps saying like, no, I don't want it, I don't want it, and he'll lower the price down and down. And eventually, he'll get to a point where like it's his final offer. But even the final offer, for the most part, tends to, I think all of them whip you off. There might be one. I think the iron helmet you might be able to get cheaper, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But we won't have that money to buy that anyway, because like I said, the main thing is we want to get those battle axes for all our characters. This theater is only open at night. Please interrupt rehearsals. Okay, 1 and 2. And here's all the people practicing. He keeps making mistakes. You'll get better at it. Gonna have to come. There's another iron thing down there. Magic key door. And this guy sells stuff too. But once again, we don't want to buy into that stuff. Like I said, they charge it pretty absorbent fees for it. So that guy tells us, hey, it's a pretty cool town, especially at night. And I'm just gonna wander around outside to make it nighttime again, so I can go back in here and get some more money and buy those remaining axes. So that's what I did. Off screen, Sadie, Indy, and Prince Ernie all have battle axes. And that'll help us out in the next coming area. This is the part of the game, basically like the soldier will start obsoleting the merchant. Up to this point, the merchant could use all the gear the soldiers can use. But the battle axe is kind of like, well, there's one other sword that the stronger that the merchant can use. But there's a first time there's finally a weapon here, the giant shears that only the soldier can use, that the merchant can't use. And it's just gonna get worse. Like after that, like there's another sword, the zombie slayer, that eventually the merchant can use. But after that, like all the other swords in the game, only the soldier can use. All the axes, only the soldier can use. So, like I said, at this point, you know, or a little bit after this is when the merchant kind of becomes obsoleted, which is good because it's right at the time when the merchant becomes obsolete that we're kind of close to being able to class change. So this, like I said, the merchant makes a pretty good beginner soldier for you. So eventually we'll end the game with a soldier though, because they have all that good end game equipment. But we'll be starting to get some more better equipment next episode. Trying to go for the magic key. Take care. Bye.